Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. For today's video, I'm back with another stock talk video. And for today's stock talk video, we're going to be talking about the stock Torchlight Energy Resources, ticker symbol TRCH. Guys, if you are new here, don't forget to click that link down below in the description to follow me on my TikTok and join my Discord server. And if you're enjoying the content on here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. So the reason we're going to be talking about ticker symbol TRCH is not the reason of the stock itself or what the company is actually doing, but how to day trade a stock. And this morning I took a pretty good trade on this stock, and I wanted to share it with you guys and kind of walk through my mindset of how I took this trade. But as a day trader, it's very quick. I get in and out of positions, and a lot of the time I'm scalping. And just to clarify, I am not a financial advisor, and this is just what I believe and what I've learned, so I'm teaching you the information that I know. So TRCH has been a stock that's been very volatile over the past week. It's given us many opportunities to make a day trade off of. And normally I have my actual day trading chart set up where it's got multiple screens so I can see different time frames at once. But for this video, I just have my one chart right here showing. So normally when I take entries and exits into day trades, I don't normally tell you guys those exact points, and I don't normally tell you how many shares I get. But there's been a lot of people that have been asking me and just questioning me on some of my trades and really interested to see how much money I'm making. So I will put a video up here kind of going through the exact amount of shares that I owned and how much money I made from this trade. And we're going to switch it over to our 1 day, 1 minute chart so we can see a little bit more in depth. And that means that every one of these candles represents 1 minute. So when I first opened up my broker and looked at the chart at TRCH, I noticed that during the pre-market there's a huge run up and it tapped this area around $10.18. Then pulled back massively, but there was still a lot of strong momentum and volume during this time, even during early pre-market hours, so that gives me a little sign that, hey, this could be a potential runner. And throughout the morning, I noticed that we kept on trading inside this channel where it bounced near this support area around $8.30 and hit this resistance area around $9. And as you can see through the pre-market, it kept on testing both of these areas, giving me those two lines. So it's been trading inside this channel. And because of that, I told myself right at open, if it broke through or got near this $9 area, that I would execute a trade. And if we zoom on in, you can see that the first candlestick was a huge bullish candle that jumped from $8.90 all the way up to $9.50. So my first trade this morning was a quick entry right around this $9 area, and I quickly sold out at the next candle as it kept on running up to around $9.50, sold out some here around $9.40 before it completely pulled back this $9 area. So it was a nice trade, but by the time I sold out all of my shares around $9.40, $9.30, and even down here by $9.15, I was basically at break even with this trade. But now going into more of the fundamental and technicals using our SMA lines. This is our short-term SMA line, which we ride price strength in the short term, and this is our long-term SMA line that shows us long-term price trend. So obviously you buy at the first green candle that holds above this blue SMA line. And using different indicators like our RSI and volume, which normally are a little bit more set up, easier to read, on my other charts I would normally use those as well when I'm trying to figure out a trade. So I was watching and it was kind of dying down, wasn't doing a whole lot, but this $9 area was holding through all these candles, and all candles closed above this $9 area. So I knew that it was nice support. So now, this candle right here, because of the fact that it closed below this last candle, but the next one opened and broke above that previous red candle, that was telling me that this is changing the overall direction and we are heading into a reversal. But I didn't want to take a position yet because, again, a lot of these candles had this fake breakout where it touched $9, ran up about 30 or 40 cents, and then just came right back down. So I wanted to see what would actually happen. So ideally, I wish I took this candle right here. And in a day trade, this is what you do. You take the first green candle that's holding above this blue SMA line and take an entry here because this is a clear confirmation above the blue SMA line. Obviously, you can use other indicators too, but just using for this example, this blue SMA line, you take an entry here and you would wait until the first red candle closes below the blue SMA line. This candle instantly jumped right up to 975 and then pulled back down, and really the rest of the candles were showing strong strength in the upward direction. Now, it wasn't till these candles starting to slow down and volume was looking a little bit lighter that I was looking at, okay, maybe this will reverse over to the downside. But this $10.20 area was approaching soon, and I believe that if we broke through $10, we're gonna have a huge surge to $10.20 and then possibly either the breakdown or break up to the upside. So my first trade, and I'll try and put the video in here that I tried to record for you guys, I took an entry at $10.03, which ideally wasn't the best entry, but it was a decent enough entry for the amount of shares I had. So after it broke $10, I noticed the volume and the RSI were looking very, very strong. The MACD, which is on my other charts, obviously was looking very, very bullish too. So overall, it was looking very strong with a possible breakout. And like I said, I wish I entered earlier because it would have been a way better trade, but this was more of a nice scalping trade right here. I took the $10.03 entry and it popped up quickly to this $10.50 area. But I was interested because of the fact that it did break above this area and held, because the next candle that opened above that opened above this red line, and it opened around 1034 and then ran up to 1088. I ended up pulling out shares around 1030 area, 1035 and 1038, and missed the rest of this pump because I really thought this was going to be a 1 minute bull candle, kind of like how this pattern looks here, with the green candle being a bullish candle just straight to the upside, quick 40-50 cent candle, and then the next candle is a complete red one right back to the downside. And then it had this double top around this 1085 area, and then from there fell right back down to the downside. And basically the stock plummeted to the downside and basically lost all of its gains that it had from open this morning. But it's still up on the day, and as you can see here, the stock really traded nicely between these two areas, tried to break out here, couldn't, broke out again, and then now we're testing this area of support around this $9 area, and that's actually been a nice trade if you took the break somewhere over here or over here. But this morning the volume was there, and although I didn't get the best entry and the best exit either, it was still a great position and a great opportunity to make a day trade on. So more of the story, if you're looking to take a day trade, you don't have to perfect every single technique that you've used. Your RSI, your volume, your MACD, everything should align, but it doesn't always have to make a good trade. In this scenario, yes, if I would have entered in right above confirmation and sold out at validation, I would have made a way better return. But I still entered at a pretty decent point before it broke above this red line right here, which is our resistance, and it broke out and gave us an opportunity to make some money off of. So don't be hard on yourself when you take a trade and it doesn't work out completely as you planned. But just know that any green trade is still a green trade no matter what. And with this setup, like I said, ideally I would have entered down here at confirmation around $9.30, rode it up along the blue SMA line, rode it out, probably sold some up here when it broke out of this resistance area, and then completely sold out right here with our first red candle below the blue SMA line. But overall, it was a good trade, and I was pretty satisfied with making that amount of money in only 2 minutes of work. And although I was watching it all morning, it was still a quick trade where I got in and out. I was able to watch this resistance area, which it completely broke through, and the next candle held and opened above it as well. And we were still holding above the blue SMA line and had strong volume and really strong in our RSI. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different. I don't normally share my trades like this and go in depth about exactly entry and exit points as well as sharing the amount of shares I had, but this type of stuff is interesting, and I, as a beginner trader, enjoyed watching these types of videos, so hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. If you guys want more of this content or enjoyed the type of video this was, definitely leave a like and subscribe for more of this. Again, click those links down below to follow all of my social medias, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.